Welcome back, everybody. We have just a couple of days left before Halloween, and if you're like me, it's time to squeeze in all of those last-minute projects. And I know we skipped last month, but I thought we would come back here in October with another Pinterest picks video. So let's go ahead and dive right in. This is my Pinterest page. My name on Pinterest is Colonel Mustard. That's KRNLMUSTRD if you'd like to go ahead and follow me. And I try and pick lots of Halloween ideas for each month for us to review, like we're going to today. Starting with this 5 DIY crystal ball pin. I thought this was a fantastic idea. I wish I had seen this before I've done my coffee table for my witch-themed living room, because I would have loved to just collect a bunch of these sort of stands. There's like candlesticks and some sort of stands here, and they're just topped with these 4-inch Christmas ornaments. And they've made all these little fun crystal balls, which is a definite improvement over a lot of like the plasticky things that you see in the stores. A couple other people have pinned it as well, it looks like, down there. But I think they're absolutely beautiful, and I'd love to see like a collection of these, either on a coffee table or maybe in my, which is sort of apothecary area, or just, on the shelf somewhere. All right, next up is a food item. I just thought this was striking. This is actually from the Women's Day magazine, and I hated the Women's Day magazine this year. I didn't think it had really any good ideas, but somehow I must have glossed over this because I thought it was pretty neat. They have taken like a bread bowl, ripped it out. It looks like this bit right here where his head is might be like the top of the bread bowl. But this clearly looks like a little bit of photoshopping going on here, because I don't see how you can make this piece of bread with this thing sticking out. It looks like this is, again, the top of the bread bowl, just kind of sitting there next to it. I don't know, maybe they've somehow attached those inner bits of bread to the outside of this bread bowl, but it looks pretty fake to me. And then I don't know what these things are, but they're obviously some sort of breadstick, or is it some sort of cooked something? I don't know what it is, but it's a concept, so it doesn't really matter what we make it out of if we choose to make it in the future. Because it's the idea of this spider bread bowl that I think is pretty neat. Next up, we have this scary cat Halloween window decal. I put window decals in a lot of these Pinterest videos, especially when I like the graphic. I think this cat is super cute, and he's just so expressive and angry and mean and evil. But we can basically take this, just sort of copy this picture, print it out. And there's some programs online that'll let you enlarge it, and you can print it out and tape it together and trace it onto some poster board paper, cut it out into a large size here. So rather than paying this $9.95 for this window decal, again, we can just make it out of a piece of 50-cent poster board that we can get from the Dollar Tree. You've probably seen these sort of puking pumpkins in the past. You can see a couple of down here. I remember seeing these several years ago and thinking it was an amazing idea, but I've never really actually attempted it. If I did, however, it would be this, because it's puking up this macaroni and cheese. This just seems like such an easy dish to make, and obviously the orange color of the macaroni and cheese is kind of like the pumpkin puking out its guts. So I think that was a fun and interesting take. Pretty neat. All right, let's see what's next. Now this is, a lot of these things I see on Pinterest are just links to like a bunch of ideas or collection of ideas. So I never really click into it knowing I'm never going to see exactly what I liked in here. But what I liked here was this spider web, whatever it is on the ground here. First of all, I think it's very geometric. I really love the look of it. They've got little spiders here. They're kind of hard to see. And I don't know what they would have used to make that. Some sort of, I guess, like a roll of black tape or vinyl or something. I don't know what that is, but maybe it's something I can look for next year, because it's going to turn like, I do a lot of, I have a party every year in my garage, and you just have this bare concrete floor. But if you can do something like that with maybe one of those extra large spiders sitting by it, that would just add such a fun and creepy and easy to do element. In fact, I'm already now getting so many ideas. I might have to go see what I can find to replicate this, because now it's like working in my head. I need to have it. This is a Mandarin Pumpkin. Basically, they take these little mandarins or clementines or whatever you can use, these little oranges, and just draw these little fun pumpkin faces on them. And, I like the idea of having a bowl of something, either like on the center of my table or a side table or on my counter. And if I could put like little plastic skulls in them, I do that a lot. But, or, like little orange balls, ornaments, or so forth. But really, I think this would be much more effective, because it's something you can actually use. You can grab it, you can eat it, and you can replenish it very easily. I mean, you can get a big bag of clementines from the grocery store for like $6 that would easily fill a big bowl. And you could even, if you're having a party, it's a nice, healthy treat alternative. So A+ on this idea. All right, how many is that? That's, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's pin 7. This is, by the way, my top 10. I don't know if I said that. Now, I thought this was kind of funny, simply because a lot of the Halloween projects that I do, I end up going and buying frames from the Goodwill. And I see so many frames of a bathtub picture. In fact, I have one sitting right beside me now. You can't see it, obviously. It's kind of over there. But it was for another project I was going to make. I don't know why do people put pictures of bathtubs in their bathroom? I don't understand it. But that's why I found this extra humorous, because they've taken, the concept and added the skeletons on it. So if you have pictures of your bathroom in your bathroom, this is something you could easily swap out for Halloween for a little bit of cuteness. Looks like they have some other designs here too. Maybe, that one says laundry. Let's just click on this one and see what it is. Oh, so there's one with the kitchen and the bedroom, the office. Well, I don't like those. I'm sticking to the bathroom ones because that's what I see at the Goodwill. Wow, those are expensive. $10 to $43. Obviously this is an artist selling her work, hopefully, maybe, but it's also something you could easily print out yourself. All right, speaking of things you can do yourself, this is definitely not one that I can do myself. I love these sort of coffin-shaped shelves. They made it into an entertainment center here, especially with that red backing. It's just so striking, the the severe shape of the coffin, and just the functionality of it. I would love to have something like that here in my new Halloween-themed study. Here's another one. Let's just take a look at it too. This one's black and purple. I kind of like the red one better, but anyway, that's one of these things that I think maybe someday, if I ever develop any sort of woodworking talent, maybe I could make myself one of those. But for now, it shall remain forever on my Pinterest board. This one actually, though, I do see myself making maybe next year. If you watched my sneak peek of my garage walkthrough, I have a little cardboard chandelier in my garage. It's kind of a little centerpiece, and it's starting to fall apart a little bit, and I need something to replace it with next year. And this seems like it would be so easy to make. You've got some sort of black rings, and then you just use some fishing line or something to hang some of these little bats. And there you have, it's kind of like a mobile hanging chandelier. And a couple other people have pinned them, different designs here, like this one. They added a little bit of cloth there. You could use some creepy cloth or something to add to it. This one's not around a light fixture. Kind of what caught my eye was that this one was, in fact, they've done it around this light fixture. And you can see, I don't know, it might throw some interesting shadows along the walls if you hang it properly. But interesting idea. Now this last one is, I think, amazing. This, although it is spectacular, it does look like it could be pretty easy to make. I mean, these are just corn stalks. You can buy those at Home Depot. Looks like they've made some giant hands out of that like spray grate stuff, foam, that expanding foam. I don't know how they've done it exactly. I haven't looked at the site, but you could use some wire, wrap it with, I don't know, something, or even some little pool noodles maybe. I don't know, but then covered it with the grate foam. And they've done the same thing here. You could take a giant pumpkin head and just sort of, I guess they call it like corpsing it or whatnot. And then this is just an odd looking tree. But, if you put this alongside your tree, it's just going to look fantastic. In my yard this year, I have gotten a little pumpkin monster animatronic, that prowling pumpkin patch guy. Pumpkin patch prowler with my pumpkins around him. I think he's awesome, but this certainly takes the cake. And it could be something I might see myself working on next year. All right, the last thing that I have, because this was pin number 10, the last thing is a honorable mention, because it's, again, something I'm not going to make, but I just wanted to show. I like to show you guys things that are in the realm of possibility. But this thing here takes some artistic talent, much more than I have. I thought it was pretty neat. It's basically, it looks like they've taken, a skeleton form, and then mop strings with some monster mud to, give it some, I don't know what you call it. It kind of looks like it's muscle and sinew and hair, and it turns out amazing. It really gives it a life of its own in a very creepy fashion. So well done to them. All right, so those are my pins for October. Again, I'm sorry I didn't get around to it last month in September. The month just got away from me. But I am going to continue working on my Pinterest boards throughout the year. So if you want to join me on Pinterest, feel free. I love to see what you guys pin as well. But otherwise, we'll take a look at these throughout the year. Keep Halloween going. I'm getting that inspiration, so when the time comes, we can start putting some of these things together. I think in the past several months that I've been doing these Pinterest videos, I've maybe done 2 of them. But I like those 2. They count. So hopefully, it's just fun looking at them, getting inspiration, and enjoying Halloween year round. So if you want to stick with me with that, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you around. So until next time, take care, guys. Happy haunting.